Hi there, this is Lori Benson with NavaFit. Taking a nice deep inhale. Exhale, rolling your lower back down on the mat. Your hands can stay right on your legs if you need to. Take a nice deep inhale. Exhale, rolling yourself forward and stacking your spine. Trying to keep your feet down on the mat as you do this. Exhale, rolling yourself down just to the small part of your back. Taking an inhale. Exhale, rolling yourself back up. Again, you don't need to take your hands away if you don't need to. Exhale, rolling yourself down. Taking a nice deep inhale. Exhale, rolling yourself back up. Stacking your spine, sitting up nice and tall. Now take your arms out in front of you. Inhale, exhale, roll yourself down. Breathing in at the bottom. Exhale, rolling yourself up and stacking your spine again. And now rolling yourself down. Breathing in at the bottom. Exhale, rolling yourself back up. Now we'll change it up again. Exhale, roll yourself down. Keep your head absolutely still as you lift your arms up so they're in line with your ears. Your arms come forward, stacking your spine, sit up nice and tall. And again, rolling yourself down. Inhale, lift your arms up. They come forward, all the way, stacking your spine, sit up nice and tall. And again, rolling yourself down. Inhale, lift your arms up and forward. Inhaling again. Exhale, rolling yourself down, lifting your arms up, out to the side, back, center, and up. So they just come out into a T position. Rolling yourself down, lifting your arms up, out into a T position, center, and back up. Now we'll change it up again. As you roll down, you want to reach one arm behind you, reaching. It comes forward, you stack your spine, sit up nice and tall. And the other one, reaching, coming back, and sitting up nice and tall. Reaching, back, and down, and reach, and come back. Now roll yourself down onto the mat. Your heels are just outside of your knees. Take a nice deep inhale. Exhale, roll your spine up off of the mat. Get a nice stretch to the front part of your legs. Exhale, rolling yourself down, bone by bone, vertebrae by vertebrae. Come back, and then you repeat, rolling yourself up. Taking a nice deep inhale. Exhale, rolling yourself down. Rolling yourself back up on the exhale. Take a nice deep inhale. Exhale, rolling yourself down. On this next one, you're going to lift your arms up so they're right in line with your shoulders. Taking an inhale, and then exhale, rolling your spine back down. Leave your arms where they're at until you're all the way down, then bring your arms down by your side. And again, rolling yourself up, lifting those arms up so they're right in line with your chest and your shoulders, and then exhale, roll yourself back down. Arms go down by your side and then out into a T position with your palms rotated towards the ceiling. Lift one leg at a time into a tabletop position. You're dropping them over to one side, back to the center, and then over to the other side. The breathing on this is inhale as you take your legs over. Exhale as you pull them back and over to the other side, keeping your head and your shoulders absolutely still. So really pin that shoulder down, the opposite shoulder down to the mat as your legs drop over. And again, dropping back to the center. Inhale as you drop your legs down. Exhale as you pull back. Inhale as you drop down. And exhale as you come back. Now placing one leg down at a time, taking your hands, clasp them behind your head, interlacing your fingers with your elbows nice and relaxed. Exhale, come up into a chest lift position like a sit-up. Inhaling and then exhale, rolling down. It's that slow. So you want to take an inhale at the bottom. Exhale as you start to lift your chest. Inhale as you hold it. Exhale as you roll yourself right back down. Your elbows are relaxed. They're in your periphery. Exhale as you roll yourself back up. Inhale. Exhale as you roll yourself back down. Breathing in. Exhale as you roll up, trying to keep your pelvis nice and still. And exhale as you roll yourself down. Again, your elbows should be in your periphery and they're nice and relaxed. Exhale as you lift up. Inhale, holding it. And exhale as you roll yourself down. Breathing in. Exhale as you lift up. Inhale, holding it there. Exhale as you roll yourself back down. Inhale at the bottom. Exhale, rolling yourself up. And right back down. And again, rolling yourself back up. Breathing in. And rolling down. And lifting up. Taking a nice deep breath in and down. Really working deep into your abdominal muscles, especially the transverse abdominis. Lifting up. That stomach pulls in and down. And again, lifting up and down. Every time you exhale and you lift up, that belly button draws in slightly towards your stomach. That's it. And twisting now. So you're twisting towards the opposite knee. The shoulder and the rib cage twist. Trying to leave the elbows out of this. So you're not pointing your elbow towards your knee. It's the shoulder and the rib cage. Opposite shoulder and the rib cage. Exhaling as you twist. Inhale as you return. Exhaling as you twist. Inhaling as you return. Try not to drop back down. You want to stay lifted. Exhale, twisting. Inhale, return, keeping your feet flat on the floor. Twisting and return. Twisting, return. Now you're going to come all the way back up. Reach around, grab the back of your thighs. Lift yourself up a little higher. Take your arms up, right back towards your ears, behind your head, and down. So you're exhaling as you lift up. Reaching around, grab the back of your thighs. Lift up into this optimal position. Arms come up, back, and then you exhale down. Again, your arms lift up. You reach around, grab the back of your thighs, lifting yourself up, arms up, and back down. And now, rolling all the way up. We're going to do rolling like a ball. So you're sitting towards the edge of your mat. Sitting up nice and tall. Then you take your feet, lift them off the floor. Taking an inhale, you're going to roll yourself back to your shoulders. Exhale, roll yourself up and just stay balanced. Inhale, roll back. Exhale, coming up. Inhale, just back to your shoulders. Exhale, coming up again. Inhale as you roll back. The stomach is pulling in towards your spine. And notice if you're rolling on one side of your spine more than the other. You want to stay dead center in the spine. Drawing the stomach in helps keeping that rolling nice and fluid. And now roll yourself down so the lower part of your back is down, your shoulders are off. One leg extends out, the other one is in a tabletop position. You're inhaling and then exhaling as you switch. So it's an inhale. Notice that the leg that pulls in always stays in a tabletop position. The other one extends out to about a 45-degree angle. Now, you're going to take your hands and place them behind your head. Continue with the leg movement. In and out. Never holding your breath. Always connect your breath in Pilates. Just a nice deep inhale, followed by a nice exhale. Now what we're going to do is twist towards the knee that comes in. So again, it's the shoulder and the rib cage that twists towards the knee that comes in. Leave the elbows uninvolved. So if your elbow is pointing towards your knee, try to make it more of your rib cage and your shoulder that reaches across towards that knee that comes in. Exhaling as you twist. Inhale, return, and twisting. And now coming all the way back down. You're going to reach around, grab the back of your thighs. Coming up now into a chest lift position, we're going to do the double leg stretch. You take your arms and your legs out, and then you pull them back into a tight ball. Inhale, stretch long. Exhale, pull back in. Inhale, reach out. Exhale, pull back in. Inhale, reach. Exhale, pull in. Inhale, reach long. Exhale, pull back in. Inhale, take it nice and long and pull back in. And again, and back in. Pulling back in. And exhale. Inhale as you stretch. Exhaling as you pull in. And now come all the way back down on the mat. Turning your head side to side. If your neck ever bothers you during these exercises, just keep your head down. Now extend your legs up towards the ceiling. You're going to grab the back of one leg. The other one goes all the way down to about 45 degrees. You pulse twice in with the leg that's closest towards your chest, keeping your head absolutely still. Exhaling, exhaling, and then inhale, inhale. 2 pulses in. Try not to pulse the bottom leg, the one that's closest towards the mat. It's a quick exhale, exhale, inhale, inhale. Keeping that head nice and still. And then coming all the way down onto the mat. From here, we're going into a 100 prep position. Your legs are in a tabletop position. You reach your arms behind you. Try to keep your rib cage down onto the mat. Exhale, lift yourself up into a chest lift position. Your shoulders drop towards the floor. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale all the way down. Breathing in again. Lifting your arms up on the exhale. Shoulders drop away from your ears. Inhaling, exhaling down. And lifting your arms up, coming up into a chest lift position. Shoulders drop down. And down. Lifting yourself up. Shoulders drop down. And now we're going to get ready for the 100. It's 5 exhales, 5 inhales, pumping your arms up and down. So here you go. Breathe in. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. And all the way down. Pulling your knees in towards your chest, rocking them side to side. And now take your hands and place them behind one of your legs. Keep your leg pulled in nice and close towards your chest. Now try to keep the upper part of your leg still as you extend the lower part of your leg. The thigh is going to want to pull away from your chest, and you try to keep it as glued towards your chest as you can. So you're just extending, getting a nice stretch in your hamstring. And now straighten your legs straight up towards the ceiling. Flex your foot. Arms go out into a T position, and we're doing leg circles. You're dropping your leg inward towards the straight leg, trying to keep your pelvis nice and still. So going inward, making a nice deep pull in with the stomach. So it's an exhale and then into an inhale. Exhaling around and inhaling. And now pointing your toes softly, reverse. Trying to keep your pelvis as still as you can, keeping your ribs glued to the back of the mat. never holding your breath. Always take a nice deep inhale. And now flexing the foot, pull it as close towards your thigh as you can. Bend the knee, straighten it along the other one. See if you can feel a difference in your legs. And then the other leg comes up. You pull it in towards your chest, keeping that thigh nice and still. Extend the lower part of your leg and bend. And extend and bend. Again, that thigh wants to pull away. You keep it there. Now flex your foot. We're going into the other leg. So you're doing circles inward first, keeping your pelvis nice and still. Inhaling and then exhaling. Inhale and then an exhale. How still can you keep your upper body as you do this? And then softly pointing your toes, you're reversing. Again, nice deep inhale and then exhale. And then you're going to hold that leg up there. Flex your foot for that nice little stretch. And then the leg extends. Feel the difference in your legs. And then rolling yourself all the way up. From here, we're going to do what's called a spine stretch forward. So imagine your spine stacked along a wall. Your arms go out in front of you. You're going to peel your head off of the wall, rolling yourself forward. Feeling that nice stretch in your lower back. And now exhale, roll yourself back up, stacking your spine as if to place it against an imaginary wall. Chin comes in towards your chest. You roll yourself forward, breathing in. Exhale, rolling yourself forward, stacking your spine. And rolling yourself down. Breathing in. Exhale, rolling yourself back up, stacking your spine. And again, rolling yourself down, breathing in, and rolling yourself up. And again, rolling yourself off of that imaginary wall, and rolling yourself back up. Now we're going to go into the saw. Your arms are out in a T position. You bend forward, karate chop your pinky toe off, extend your back, come back to the center, twist to the opposite side. Bend forward, karate chop your pinky toe off, extend the back, and come up. Twisting, chopping, extending, returning. So try to extend that lower back, mid-back, upper back, then you come up, back to the center. Twist, chop, extend the back, come up. Working into your back extensor muscles. Great for rounded shoulders, great for your posture. Twisting, extending, lifting, returning, extending, and coming up. From here, we're going to go into the spine twist. So what you're going to do is bend your knees, sit up nice and tall, take your hands behind your head. Twisting to one side, taking your hand, placing it against your knee, and do 2 pulses back. So you're twisting, taking your hand to the opposite thigh, and then pushing against your thigh as you twist back 2 times. The hand comes back to your head, and you twist. You do 2 pulses back. In that twisted position, take your hand and then put it back to your head and come back to the center. So you're twisting. You do 1 pulse, 2 pulse, hold it, bring your hand back to your head, and then twist. And go twice. Hand goes back to your head, and you come back. Twist, twist, and return. Now, taking your hands behind your thighs, reaching forward for a nice stretch. And then stacking your spine, sitting up nice and tall. Next thing that we're going to do is go up into what's called a shoulder bridge. It starts off like a pelvic curl where you lift your hips off of the mat. So rolling your spine off of the mat, Come up into a bridge. Lifting one leg into a tabletop position, you're going to drop it down, touch the mat, lift it back up, trying to keep your pelvis absolutely still. Your shoulders still, your head still. Connecting your breath, taking a nice deep inhale and then into an exhale. Keeping your hands reaching towards your heels and your heels reaching towards your hands. Rolling yourself back down after you place your foot down. We're going to go into the other side now. So you roll yourself back up off of the mat. Your leg comes into a tabletop position. And you drop it down and lift it back up. Down and lift it back up. Bringing it up into that nice clean tabletop position each time. And watch your hips. Make sure they stay nice and still. And then placing the foot down, lifting your hips up before you roll yourself back down, articulating your spine, bone by bone, coming all the way back down. Now rolling yourself onto your side, usually the side that you can see what I'm doing. So stacking your body so that your shoulders, hips, knees, and ankles are in one straight line. Then you're going to take your legs out into a slight banana shape. With your feet glued together, lift them off of the floor. Trying to, again, keep your feet glued together and to keep that top hip from rolling back. Exhale as you lift. Inhale as you drop your legs down. You can place your hand on your hip if you feel you don't need that support of the front hand. But again, make sure those hips stay nice and stacked. And now, on this next one, you're going to leave your legs up there and lift the top leg up. Exhaling as you lift up. Working into those adductor muscles, the inner thighs. Keeping your hips stacked, keeping your upper body nice and still. Your neck nice and long. And now bring those legs back into a slight banana shape. You're going to reach the top leg in, lifting your heel. Lift the bottom leg now. So you're working again into that upper inner part of your thigh. If grabbing your ankle is throwing you off, you can take your hand off and place it in front for support. And now extend that leg out. And now what you're going to do is come up onto your elbow. You're going to lift your rib cage up off of the mat. Top leg lifts up. The foot is flexed. You kick 2 times in front of you and 1 time back. Flexing your foot as you kick your leg forward, pointing your toes softly as you point back. Keeping the upper body nice and still. The upper body's going to want to sway back and forth, but you have to maintain that control. Keeping it nice and still. Keeping the rib cage lifting. You're going to want to collapse and try to keep that rib cage pulling up. Working on your posture. And now extend the leg back for a nice stretch. Extend the arm out in front of you. So you have one nice long line. And then bringing the bottom leg into a right angle, a 90-degree angle. You're going to lift back up on your rib cage, flexing your foot, drop your toe down, and point it back. So the leg kicks forward, lines up with the other leg, toe drops down, and you kick back. Toe drops down, lift with your heel, and point the leg back. Lift with the heel and back. So again, the toe drops down, lift with your heel and back. Working right into your bum and your hips. Keeping that rib cage lifted and back. And now just tap your foot up and down. Heel lifts up, heel lifts up. It's a bit of an ow, ow, ow kind of movement, but great for your hips, great for your bum. And now stretch that leg. You're going to put the throbbing leg on the other thigh, and then you pull your knee towards your chest into like a figure 4 stretch. You can rock your legs side to side if that helps too. And then we have to switch and go around to the other side. So just spin yourself around, stacking your shoulders, hips, knees, and ankles into one straight line, and then bring your legs out in that slight banana shape. Feet squeeze together, and then you lift up on that exhale, trying to keep that top hip from rolling back. Remember, your hips need to stay stacked. Every time you lift your legs, you want to pull the stomach in slightly. And your hand, again, can go on your hip if you feel you don't need that support in front of you. And now leave that bottom leg up there and lift the top one for that adductor work, the inner thighs. Keeping those hips stacked, keeping your shoulders stacked, and your neck nice and long. And now back into a straight line and bring that top leg in, grabbing your heel and lifting the bottom leg. Again, if grabbing your ankle and your heel feels a little bit off to you, just take your hand and place it in front. Don't worry about grabbing your heel. You want to lift that leg from as far up on your thigh as you can, right into those inner thighs. And now rolling onto that hip, lifting up nice and tall, and pull the rib cage up. What you're going to do is lift that top leg, flex the foot, kick 2 times in front of you and 1 time back. Kicking, flexing as you kick forward, and then pointing your toes softly as you kick back. Flexing and then pointing your toes as you go back. Trying to keep that upper body nice and still. And kicking, pointing back. And then keep that leg back there for a nice stretch, and you can take that arm out on that same side for a nice stretch. And then you're going to bring that bottom leg into a 90-degree angle, a right angle, and then flexing your foot, your big toe drops down, heel lifts up and points back. So the toe drops down, the heel lifts up, and you point that leg back. Down, up, and back. Trying to keep that upper body nice and still. Kicking forward, down, up, and back. Down, up, and back. And now here is that owl, where you just tap that big toe down and lift your heel up. Remember, it's the owl, it's the owl, it's the owl. This is like a butt lift, so you'll thank me later. And then bring that leg in, and we're going for that nice stretch for your hip. So figure 4 stretch, pulling your thigh in towards your chest. And if you want, you can rock your legs side to side. There's a number of ways you can do this stretch, so find a way that makes the most sense to you. And then roll yourself up. From here, we're going to go onto our stomach. I'm just turning the mat so you can see what I'm doing. This here is an opposite arm and leg lift. It's called swimming in Pilates. So you're lifting the opposite arm and the opposite leg off of the mat. I like to say, like you're trying to build a house for a mouse underneath your stomach. So try to keep your mouse alive. You don't want to crush your mouse. So that belly button draws in softly. And now if you can, pick up the pace. Connecting your breath also. Do not hold your breath. It's a nice deep inhale and then exhale. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. And now pushing yourself back to like a child's pose or rest position. Stretching your fingers forward. And now rounding your spine up. Bringing your feet forward, your hands close towards your toes, and then round your spine, stacking it up. Sit up nice and tall, taking a nice deep inhale. Rolling yourself back down towards your feet. Taking a nice deep inhale. Exhale, roll yourself back up. Your hips press forward, ribs back over the hips, shoulders and the head is the last thing that comes up. One more time, chin in towards your chest, roll yourself down. Taking a nice deep inhale at the bottom. Exhale, rolling yourself up, stacking your spine. Keep your spine lifting. Reach up, lifting your heels up. Pull your shoulders down. Reach your head up for the ceiling. Arms drop down by your side. And you are finished. Thank you very much.